I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo.
Oh, look at him! No, no, no! Yo, do you know him?
Infinitely.
No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we
Ma'am, I got a couple, maybe 50-ish years and I'm dead. What you, ma'am, alright.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Why every time I open this game, it's asking for me to put my login information? Is it because I'm not playing this game for extended periods of time?
Yes! Yeah!
Like, this is the fourth time! All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, what's up, y'all? You see the, you see the merch? Yeah, you know. I may have had Black Wukong send me some. Yeah, ain't nothing crazy.
We do not care.
You say you don't care? This is my channel. What's good, you guys? Welcome back. Today we are back with another Genshin Impact video. Why am I here, first of all? Was I farming? I was probably farming the last time I played this game. Listen, there's lots to do. If you guys have not watched my previous video, we were reacting to the, what was it called again? It's, okay, Wiz, it's time for you to test your brain. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I know exactly what the title was. It was called Lazlo Night.
Man, you stupid bitch!
So before we actually head to Sumeru, I was told to do the Raiden story quest. We have Dainsleaf quest, and we also have the Chasm or Chasm. I think it's the Chasm. So we have 3, and these are huge pieces of content. So I don't quite know how I'm gonna structure this video just yet. I'm either gonna do maybe 1 in this video, 2 in the next video, or I might just do a separate video for each piece of content. But don't worry, we're gonna be in Sumeru before, before you even know it, we're gonna be in Sumeru, trust me. So low-key, I think first, I don't know how to get to the Chasm, so I think it's just right that I never get notifications, and now you want to interrupt the video. All right, I think we're just gonna go with the Raiden Shogun quest. I think that's the easiest piece of content to access. All right, go to the statue of the omnipresent god. Your adventure has come to an end for now. You and Paimon decide to pay the statue of the omnipresent god a visit. Interesting. All right, well, we're gonna do that.
If the Tenryou Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Are they trying to take
hello,
the
you
statue
two.
down?
We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
What a coincidence.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
No problem.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Call me Uesama. Nice to meet you.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do.
Oh.
We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
Oh, also, man, y'all was really telling me that the Shogun coulda cooked me if she really tried.
Yes! Yeah!
Like, come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Even if I were to entertain the thought that I mean, it's kind of obvious, you know, because she didn't pull up no forms. She's a god. I ain't see no second, third phase. But listen, if the story has us going against the Raiden Shogun, we cooking. Listen, we're cooking her. Because the people that was commenting, I'm pretty sure you played the game. Do you want to get cooked by the Shogun? Do you want to have that reputation? No. We all cooking the Shogun, bro. I'm standing on that. Listen, I know the Shogun probably could have, but listen, coulda, shoulda, woulda, never woulda happened. It's in the air and it's gone. All right, listen. All that is actually true is that we beat the Shogun. It don't matter how we did it. It don't matter if she didn't try. She should have tried. Ain't nobody told Ball not to try. Yeah, I'm calling her out her real name. What's she gonna do? Alright. I hear the storm represents the Shogun's will.
Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
Oh, that's a storm that we seen that one time.
She wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
That would be a little childish.
Oh yeah, you're right. If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just strike us with lightning right here.
Paimon, did you not?
Which would also be pretty scary.
Nah, it's not gonna be scary. We got it. We can tank
I
it.
don't
We
think you
can
need to
tank
worry
that for
about
sure.
that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Yeah, you know.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign.
Yeah, that's my bad.
A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Oh, she don't have her nose. Well, she don't need her gnosis, just like Rex still don't need his. That's just you guys said that was a tie to Celestia, so that's all it realistically does, and maybe it gives like a little extra sum, a little parlor trick. Yeah, that seems to be a valid concern.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryou Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
Yeah.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes,
You got
you're
locked
right.
in, bro.
Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
Oh, also, just a quick side thing. I heard, well, the majority of you watching this series know about everything Genshin related. Nod Cry or Node Cry. It just got a. I seen their little YouTube video. I haven't watched it yet, but it was like a behind the scenes type thing. So, do you think it's possible to get to finish that land? Also taking all the like take it in. Like what I'm thinking is I really can't do side quests, bro. Like the only things that I can do that is priority, Dainsleif quest whenever he got something for me, the story quest of the Archons, and then the main quest. And I think the Chasm is like, I think that's tied in maybe with Dainsleif. I think that's why y'all told me to do it, or at least I assume. But like, do you think it's possible? Like, don't put the upload schedule of Genshin to like, but like, tell me, like, you think I could do it? If y'all tell me I can do it, it's gonna be done. Where there's a will, where there's there's a way. If you guys tell me, Wiz, you can do this, boom. Now, if y'all tell me I can't do it, subconsciously, I might never get to there. You feel me? So I'm gonna need y'all support, but also be real. Like, don't lie to me. I'll know if you lying. I'll know if you're lying. You watching the video, yeah. Don't lie to me. Be honest. If I can't do it, I can't do it. But if I can, I'm a play this. All right, what the fuck?
I suppose.
I hope so, though.
Well,
Probably
okay,
not,
no
though.
problem.
But we
speedy
can't
solution
come
to
in with that
the Tenryou
energy.
Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
You can't come in with that. I gotta come in with the energy that I can do it. Because realistically, it's not dropping this year, right? It might. I'm cooked.
I'll come
GGs.
with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Bro, if Nod Cry comes out this year, I'm upset, bro. I really wanted to catch up.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
Yo, y'all remember in the first episode where I said I'll finish this
Both the
game in
thunderstorm
like
situation and
20
the issue
hours?
with the Tenryou Commission have been caused by the Shogun's
Yo.
decision to take some time off, right?
Golly, I was not cooking with how long it would take this
If
game.
things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Maybe we could invite her out for a while.
Huh? You can actually do that?
I mean, I shook her will, so I mean, I'm pretty much the bearer of impossible
Don't
things.
know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then?
Of course.
You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
I'm gonna definitely try.
Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
No problem.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
Oh,
Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
what's her name? Himiko? I was about to say Himiko Toga. Wait! Fox Lady. Is my memory that terrible? That's not healthy. Yeah, GG's, bro. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I might not be old, but I'm old, bro. Cause what the fuck? How do I not know her name? Don't tell Yae I forgot her name, okay? Let's just keep it in. Let's just keep it between us. Yae Miko, what's good? Hey, hi. What in the world? Hi.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
You know, yeah, for sure.
What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't you? Still,
Yeah.
your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
We need to see the Shogun.
Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
The Tenryou Commission also needs her attention for very important matters among the clans.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
What is temperament? That's like her... Like she's pissed off about something?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some
Shattered her
tricolor
ego?
bongo and light
Wait, I'm
novels when I
confused.
went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I
Dang.
could hardly bear to see her that way.
I really cooked her
You
ego?
expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
I believe her.
Before you
But-
get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you.
Bitch, you lied to
Faye
me?
seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her.
Where's she at?
I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
All the more reason to check on her.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting.
Well, I'm not of Inazuma.
But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Because... plot.
I like that answer.
Yeah, I mean,
Here
plot
is
is a
the
very
pass
definitive
permit.
answer. You
Show
can't
it to
really
the
say no to
Okuzumeshu
that.
at the gate, and he will let you in.
Thanks, Miko.
Appreciate it.
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Got it. Appreciate it, Miko. Miko, I totally didn't forget. Oh, she not even listening. All right. Can y'all believe it's been like 20 plus episodes since we started playing Genshin? Like, could you believe that I was in a whole different place on that first episode? Wow, bro. Like, I was in a whole different place. Damn. This
The
game
almighty
is really
Shogun has requested
grown up with the
solitude.
channel.
No visitors allowed.
That's crazy to
Pass
me.
permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous.
That's why I'm
Lady
scared to
Gucci
start
never
Persona,
gives her
bro.
pass permit to
I'm
another
about to
person.
start
Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
I didn't want to interrupt the. You know, I'm about to. If I ever start Persona, bro, like I will be playing that game for years, cause that's like 100. Isn't it? Nah. It's like 200 plus hours, bro. Like, GG's, bro. If I ever start a Persona, I really want to play it though, cause the OST is so ethereal, bro. It's so magnificent, but.
Gucci Yae is only authorized to hold that pass
Sheesh.
permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone.
And I know that game, I'm gonna want to take my time with it and really immerse myself, so.
Wait, this is Authentic.
Yeah, of course it is. You know who I am? The word should have gone around about me. You don't know me, Traveler or Wisama. Defeated your god, essentially. Oh man. Yeah, it'd be difficult to afford something that's authentic.
Understood.
Huh?
Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way.
Yep.
Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
I bet she's not even there, or she's not even sleeping. She's doing some nonsense.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Yeah, like what's going on? Ball, what's going on with you? So you just gonna ego me like that? You just ego
How did
me?
you get in?
You know how I got in.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Try it.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies? We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Just Paimon saying it, that don't even sound true the way she's saying it, man.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden.
Oh, this isn't the Shogun. This is... Well, no, this is the Shogun, but this is not, I.
Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
I'm not talking to you. Get me inside your brain. I know that sounds kind of get me inside your... Where's the, Himanami no Tachi? Where's the sword at, man? Oh my god, why is that forbidden?
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What did you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
I know, but has she ever been like this before?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
I'm not gonna lie. Did we fight her? No, we fought her inside her plane. I was gonna say, if we fought this version and got cooked or defeated, then we might actually be cooked. But I feel like we stand a chance. I feel like we stand a chance. I'm coping. Why not put their minds at rest?
I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
We can't do that.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Have you malfunctioned?
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while.
Thank you, I.
The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Thank you. Like, you know, move, but come here so I can head inside. Is this how he's starting the video off?
That was terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
Huh, it's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
Okay, why isn't, like, what's going on?
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. And thinking takes time.
There won't be an eternity if you don't
But the
at least
Shogun is
address
still
the stuff
running
that's
based on her
happened.
old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
You're making a mistake right now.
Again?
Paimon, shut up.
No, she was not
Paimon.
created to ever be turned off.
Lord Paimon.
Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
You're so strict with yourself.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
And what? You are quite literally the most important in Inazuma. People have to talk to you. You're telling me that this is your first time here. Yae didn't say nothing? Yae, like, okay. Like, come on, bruh.
Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
Essentially, everybody's finna get cooked if you don't start enabling features of the Shogun. I'm gonna need you to run that software update, that patch update, patch notes. You know what I'm saying?
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
It's crazy that this is your first time hearing this, and you should be, you know what?
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error.
Okay.
This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
I feel like the story quest is not gonna be that easy. Seems a little arbitrary, huh?
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
Sure.
Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
Sure.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Any progress on your thoughts of eternity?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Come with us. Just get a change of pace. Maybe after you'll have at least a hint of what your eternity should be.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
You mean leave the plane of euthymia?
I mean, it might do everyone some good. I mean, I bet you haven't left in a long time.
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might well be nice. All right, then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A.
That's what I've been doing.
I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
Not me either.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go!
Let's do it. Nah, everybody about to hate me. the traveler walking around with the most important person in the city or town. Is this a state? Are these states, cities, or?
Beneath my
Let me know.
feet.
Oh, she not in person
Now,
walking.
Time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Where would that be? It's been a minute since I booted up. I love this game, bro. I love the pace. Like, I'm not going fast, but I'm not going slow. We've made progress. We've definitely made progress.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
Good or bad way?
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected. It's the Shogun! Shogun!
Yeah. All hail the Shogun! Let's clap for I. Or don't call her that. Only I can do that. I don't want you to die. Call her Miss Raiden Shogun, man.
What is Shogun doing here?
You know?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Shogun, you don't be patrolling these parts?
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself.
Alright, am I tripping? Why does she keep referring... Why is she separating the Shogun from I? Or EI? Why is she separated? I mean... That's... I don't know. It's confusing me. Like, the way she says the Shogun, like, you're the Shogun. Or... does I only care about being an Archon, and that's like what she's focused on, and the Shogun is just, I don't know. If you can understand what I just said, let me know in the comments.
Additionally, the Shogun
maybe
has
I'll
no
find it
need
out
of
now,
recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just
I think
to
you guys
pass
said
the
the story
time or
quest
to
help
relax.
with like the lore of each individual character, so I don't know.
What do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
So I is the conscious, but I is the Shogun, in my eyes at least.
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me.
That's so fire.
Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
Yeah, because they're scared.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Let's check it out. Looks like they got some dongo, right? That's dongo. Some sushi. Some eggs. I don't know what half that stuff is.
Shogun, I
really want to try cuisine.
Excuse me.
Nah, like, bro, Japan. I want to go to Japan one day.
I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango,
Oh, I was
and,
right.
milk, and so on.
I was right, dango.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty.
You like making milk, sir?
You see,
I
many of the
respect it.
stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience.
Now that's fire. So you're the milkman?
For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk.
Ooh.
When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk.
Okay, milkman.
The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Shouldn't it be silky?
Oh, dongo with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I'll be scared too, like, bruh.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dongo and milk?
I mean, where there's a will, there's a way.
Huh. Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
Nah, that's facts, bro, because she is.
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
Okay.
A chance combination. Interesting.
Okay, Dango Milk Man.
May I try this drink?
Mind if I call you Dango Milk Man?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
I wonder what the consistency on that is.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial.
So it's kind of like chunky? Now that's fire, bro.
Anyway, I like it.
Is that a real thing?
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, she might cook you because you continue to be scared, bro.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
For real? Oh, that's so nice.
No, almighty Shogun, that's too much.
Man, me personally, I'm like, whoa, for real? Can I dab you? She gonna be like, what the?
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk.
For sure.
You
want another cup?
Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yae Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels.
Yeah, I heard you was crying about some books not too long ago.
She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
As you wish.
Sure, let's go and have a look.
Let's do it. Error? Who the hell said that?
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yae Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yae Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the
My
same
bad.
kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Almighty Shogun just wants to have a look.
Well, okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I have just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay. Let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
Sounds like them ridiculous anime titles nowadays.
Is it true that hilichurls grow stronger from eating sunsettias?
They just get
Well, surely
longer
it should
and
be
like
some
this,
sort of
just
meat,
it's
at
insane.
least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's imaginary.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Too modern, I guess.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
All right, bet. Let's go get her some Naruto, what else can we give her? Maybe some Demon Slayer, some One Piece. She got Eternity, so she could really catch up. It won't be none to her. She got forever. You feel me? She probably gonna catch the last season before a lot of us get to. Maybe some. This is new manga about like a samurai. Forgot. I haven't even started it yet, but people have been hyping it up, so I'm about to get into mine. No, I'm not. I got so much stuff to do. All right, read a leeway martial arts story, daily life romance, reincarnation. I think the Shogun might mess with reincarnation because she's like talk about eternity and life and whatnot. Or she might not care too much about it because she's gonna be here forever, so she doesn't care about being reincarnated.
Transfixed.
Did not mean to do that. The protagonist aspires only to become a humble novelist, but gets caught up in the world of gang strife because of an unparalleled martial arts ability. So this is the leeway martial arts story. The selling point of this story is that the protagonist never joins any faction, but is constantly assumed to be the reclusive master of one faction or another. The martial arts pros who see the protagonist as their enemy are always making a scene. The protagonist is stuck in the middle of this, all the while clinging tight to the dream of becoming a novelist.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
It's all about the journey.
You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Just like us. Romance. The chaotic epic that is the tale of my youthful love life. This book is about the love stories between a very mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. Golly. It is a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life, featuring many amusing anecdotes. The writing is solid, prose is elegant, and the author brilliantly brings out the unique charm of each character in the story. But the story stops at a crucial moment when the main character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess their love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
Hope she finds happiness.
Yeah, she has so much love to give. She deserves it. The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Hell nah. And the reincarnation adventure. Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. In this book, the protagonist is struck by lightning beneath the thunder Sakura and wakes up to discover that he has become the Raiden Shogun. Prior to this event, the protagonist is a nobody who gets bullied by everyone, but after becoming the Raiden Shogun, he acquires unlimited power. The appeal of this one probably lies in the euphoria of going from powerlessness to omnipotence, and in the protagonist's inner journey to finally breaking free from their low self-esteem. It's hard to see how the story would develop after the protagonist literally becomes the Raiden Shogun.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
It doesn't paint the Shogun in a bad light.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah. You're right.
That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A. Everything is going smoothly, just as I
Hello, A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Yeah, let's go with the... Shogun.
Hey! Paimon thought we agreed not to bring that one up.
You didn't, we didn't
It's
sign no
okay.
contract.
I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that this was how ordinary people viewed the Shogun. She would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions.
I remember
In
that guy
reality,
that said that
the
last
reason for
video.
drawing her blade determines the martial form to use and the degree of power with which to imbue it. Since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended at all. On the contrary, I find the author's powers of imagination quite admirable. That said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are all reviewed by Miko herself, which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact, no. It may even have been her idea in the first place.
Who knows?
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
It's human nature to seek change.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
Yeah, the only reason
And that's
she...
exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas.
Only reason she can't change or she can't fathom changing is because she's been in the same state of mind, being, body, like everything. She has seen the same things. She has experienced the same. Like she stuck herself in a stasis. So it's if you slow down, if you stop time, it makes sense that nothing is gonna change. Everything stay the same. But in a ever so revolving world, things are bound to change. Like
Sure, it's
at
not
a
the
fast
same
pace,
as you
faster
remember,
than you would think.
but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Heck yeah.
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better.
It's good.
Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
Don't mention it.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion.
Heck yeah, it's no problem.
I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough.
Well,
I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
let's take a photo.
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Let's do it.
Take a photo?
Yo,
again,
she's stuck in
I'm
like
faced with a
the
combination
sixth.
of words
Like,
that
bro,
makes
where?
absolutely
What
no
point
sense
in
to me.
time is she stuck in?
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
Jeez, bro. Like, what time period is she stuck in? Why would you want things to be the same, bro? I don't know. That's kind of being an eternal being. Like, I thought that would mean you want things are gonna change.
What are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose.
I love spending time with her, though. I definitely think that these story quests, especially with the Archons, just allow us to see a different side that you don't get to see in the story. So I definitely like spending time.
Basically,
Like
a
doing
photo
these.
makes a visual record
I'm
of
gonna do
you at this very moment in
Venti's
time.
as well.
So it makes a
before I
great
start
souvenir.
the next region.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
All right, so the photo is a visual representation.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right?
Yep.
The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
Just relaxed and casual.
Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural.
That works.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Let's do it. All right, open up the camera. I forgot to access it.
So a photo is a visual... Fascinating.
Oh, right here. Haha! Alright, so I'm thinking we want to get the mountain. Or, you know, maybe I should get the thunderstorm so I can frame her for being the cause. No, let me stop. Alright, okay. I'm looking. Damn. How much of her do I want in frame? I want her to be the focal point, but I also want to show some environment, you know? I would say she still looks like the focal point. She's the freaking Shogun. She gonna look like the focal point at any point. So let's go with that. Shows a little bit of the town. Shows a beacon in the sky. And I think this is Yae's residence. Cool.
It's a wrap! Take a look! Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me.
That is the funniest representation of a photo I think I've ever heard.
But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
It's just a record.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined.
That's good.
The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again.
Okay.
So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me?
It's just you from the past, I guess.
If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
All right. I want to take the time to commend the person that patented the idea of a picture or a photo. Shout out to you. I bet it was hell explaining the idea of taking an image in time so it can essentially be timeless because it exists outside of time, really. But listen, I am not finna explain this. Listen, shout out to that person.
If I could do
not a painting, but like if real, like, and then just take that and fucking
Cause like I don't even know how to explain it to you.
Head. Over to you, traveler.
Because really, we can't say that her photo is timeless because she's here forever. It won't be timeless if you're here for eternity, you know? So I don't know.
That's right.
I don't know, bro.
Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
So your existence isn't singular?
My existence? I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in.
Yeah.
The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
Okay.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
I mean, Inazuma will always be Inazuma at its core, like, value, if that's what you mean.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember.
That's not a bad thing, though.
But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma.
Right.
Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guide.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Okay. What's happening? Is there a commotion going on? The Shogun is here, so you better act right. Nah, the Shogun wouldn't do nothing. She's back to normal.
What's the matter?
Ah, it's you.
Well, it was never really a normal. She's just back.
Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Are you looking for Kujo?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time.
But you don't think so?
But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
You know something I realized? You know how scary it is to have your, like, in this game's terms, to have your god quite literally presiding over you on a weekly basis. You know how nervous, you know how scared that is gonna make you? I'm just now realizing that Venti's point of view is literally the best point of view. Like, in my opinion, like, bro, to have your god presiding over you on a weekly basis and actually being able to talk face to face with your god is insane. Like, that will, you have no choice in your mind to be on your best behavior because you don't know what they're thinking. They could try, bro, it's crazy. Nah, Venti is the GOAT. I'm not gonna lie, W Venti. You know, Venti, I mean, I don't think Venti left. No, he did. Yeah, no, Venti was like, oh, he didn't want the people to have to, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? Always have to, like, pray to him, like, be in his presence. You know, he was like, you know, I'm gonna let Mondstadt be Mondstadt, and, you know, Mondstadt will always be Mondstadt. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I mess with Venti for that because this is scary. Like, I'm just now, like, noticing this, like, the subtleties and, like, people being scared. They're like, bro, the Shogun, we got to be on point. You know, if we mess up, we might not be alive. We will not have the chance to mess up again because we will not be alive. Jesus.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long.
Yeah.
I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then
maybe something's happened.
Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
I mean, we can go check out things for you.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him.
Then we gonna go check on it,
I'm
man.
not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
So then let's go do something about it, sir. You can stay here.
Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations.
Yeah, imagine.
Besides, this has only come about.
Get the freak out! Oh, Shogun!
This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
That's commitment right there.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Appreciate it. What type of hideout? Nah. Hidden mountain base. Following the intelligence you got from Ippei, you discover the Takatsukasa's clan's hidden base. The Tenryou Commission is in a precarious state and Kujo Kamaji has not returned. You do not know what has happened in this place. Or you do not yet know what has happened in this place. Damn, minimum party level 90? What type of... Hey, what you mean 90?
Look at how well hidden this place is.
And I got the RAIDEN right behind me.
Anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Well, definitely to evade detection. They got some crazy going on in here.
That doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Oh, nah. If the Shogun's saying that, it's GG's.
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Oh, I get the Shogun! Golly! Wait, does she? Whoa, she's kind of crazy. It's not by that much, but still. Well, she is a man. She the, you know what I'm saying? She the Lesser Archon. Obviously, she's insane. She's cracked. Jesus. Constellation 3. Whoa. Okay, we gonna be using the Shogun. Gonna get mad elemental reactions.
Your lucky day.
There is no escape.
Oh my goodness. She kind of nice. I think Arlecchino is better, but you know, there's no doubt about it that she's definitely nice. Defeat the opponents blocking the path and proceed on. Why y'all sitting down? Yeah, I'm about to see if y'all don't get up.
Something is not right. We must remove all who stand in our way.
Golly, Raiden. No, Raiden said we gonna have to kill these people. Come on, use my ultimate,
Inazuma shines eternal.
Jesus. Yeah, remind me never to mess with the Shogun. Look at it, oh my 10K, 9K, 13. Okay, OST, we can calm down. This is a cakewalk.
Let's get down to business.
Shine down.
Defeat the opponents walking. All right, forward. Oh, whoa, wait, hold up. I didn't sign up for this. Not two super bosses.
No escape.
All right, I got this.
This is where
Boom. 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 Hitotachi! How you not dead? Oh, he's a Electro, so it probably didn't do much damage to him. Y'all actually suck. I thought y'all was gonna be stronger. Bro, I am breezing through this, and I'm not even all my characters are level 90. Insane work. Now Rosario about to die though. I mean, it makes sense. I think she's like level. How much? Yeah, she level 70.
It's Kujo Kamaji. But who's...
Almighty Shogun.
Yeah.
Shogun, what are you?
What y'all got going on in here?
The Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, she's serious.
Oh,
GG's.
we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently.
In
really,
the hidden
it's
base.
nothing worth the Almighty Shogun worrying about.
Why, are you gonna tell me what to worry about? Oh yeah, they about to die.
And the
GG's.
hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence.
Oh yeah, GG. Oh fuck.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo.
Oh, look at him! No! Yo, do you know him? Yo, that made my day. He's cooked. Look at his face. He knows it's over. Not the meme.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging
Yo, that made
every
me
crime
laugh
committed
too
by the
hard.
Kujo clan since the
Oh,
inception of the Vision
wow.
Hunt decree.
He's still doing.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
All right, bro. Yeah, GG's,
I
bro.
can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
Hey, who are you to tell?
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Oh my god.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
And who the fuck? Who doing that?
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
Sorry.
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel.
Yeah, that old damn up SGGs. You know you can't hold the sword.
Do you know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Advanced age is
Here
crazy.
you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well...
What you gotta say?
What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner.
She said Damn.
Does not a single person dare to face me?
Let me not. This is not time for that.
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold up!
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan.
Ooh, okay!
His duties are now mine to perform.
Damn! He dropping his wallet on the table. He said, I bet.
Then please,
I bet.
Kujo Kamachi end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began.
Oh, that's kind of hard. Hold up. Yeah, Kujo. Kujo, you have my vote.
Come forward.
Kujo, Genshin gods, let me fight as Kujo. I'm beating the fuck, man. Listen, give me that plot. Aw, damn, they're not gonna let me fight. So if they would have let me fight, I would have.
Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shaped with life and death.
Come on, Kujo, you got. Come on, Kujo. F rating, bro. Come on, Kujo. Yep.
Ready to learn.
Yup.
Almighty Shogun.
Yup. Come on, Kujo. Come on, my nigga. Come on. Huss. No. Hey, get up, Kujo. It's not. Yup. Stand tall and proud. Kujo. Wait, Kujo, get back up, please. Kujo. This parlay need to hit, Kujo, please. You only got a scratch, Kujo. Please let my parlay hit. Yup. Ha! Ah, my glasses! I can't see! I can't see! Cujo, wait. No, not the most important thing. Not the blade. Cujo, get up. Cujo, you are the main character. Please, open your... He can't see. Where's my glasses at? Somebody get this man his glasses. Yup. To your final breath. Come on. Cujo might be the sauciest motherfucker I've ever seen. He knows he has no chance, no power, but he's still going. Nah. W Cujo. Nah. Cujo is the mother freaking GOAT. Cujo is the mother freaking GOAT.
It appears that the Cujo honor still courses through your veins.
Nah, Cujo
Kamaji is wounded.
is the GOAT.
Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge
I mess with
me,
Cujo.
but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Cujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency.
Nah, give it to Cujo.
However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Cujo clan's punishment for the time being.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Cujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Cujo,
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Not the zoom.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
Nah,
That will
Cujo
do.
got it.
I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Nah, bro, he got it. 100%, 200%. It might be infinity percent, bro. Shout out to him. Golly, bro. He knew he stood no chance. He still fought. He still said, run my ones. Oh, he got it. Nah, word too. Yo, I cannot believe he really stood his ground.
Situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Facts. I was lucky.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryou Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise.
Oh shit,
their past
that
mistakes
kind of took me by
cannot be
surprise.
Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead.
So will you rule Inazuma directly, forefront?
I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is.
Nigga, isn't that the first thought that she had?
This has certainly been a memorable.
Did she just revert back to normal?
Absolutely. You sort of
Okay, maybe I'm tripping. It look like what she just said is exactly how she's been doing things. She'll do it no matter how difficult it is. We can't let you do. According to y'all, I can't do anything. So shit. Bye bye Inazuma. I will never come here ever again.
There's no place for such things in my life.
I assumed so. I just wanted to offer.
Please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay.
My bad.
I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time. Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected,
I will never come back to Inazuma ever again.
worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yae Miko.
All right, let's give this permit back. You tell Yae Miko about the various things that happened.
How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
Yeah, only you would dare say that.
It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take. That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely.
Yeah, maybe I was definitely
deities
looking at it the
indulge in
wrong
wishful
way.
Thinking.
I have to rewatch.
To put it more
when I'm
bluntly,
editing.
there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
Heavenly principles?
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Damn. Wow. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is another. How do I access the quest menu? Boom. I think there's another quest. I think we're gonna, for organization purposes in the playlist, I think we're gonna leave Raiden's quest in a video, and then Venti's quest or the Chasm, that'll be its own video. Damn, we will not be in Sumeru for a minute. Golly. Y'all said this was the best way, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. I love going into lore, so I'm cool with that, but realistically, we're not gonna be in Sumeru till I'm posting this May 4th, Sunday. By the way, happy Force Day, or I think that's the Happy Force Be With You Day or whatever. I'm not really into Star Wars. I probably should get into it, but one game at a time. But yeah, we're not gonna be in Sumeru till June. Not July, June. Yeah, June. Definitely June. I'm not gonna lie.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Paimon already knows.
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Interesting. I noticed something about Catherine. Of course.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
I understand.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryo Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryo Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Hounds has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Alright, well, time to make some whelps. Yelp.
You have our deepest gratitude.
My bad.
Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Interesting. So we're not starting off with the Shogun. Go to the area where the monsters have appeared.
They're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
Who is attacking us? I don't see nobody. Oh, these guys. These are Rift Hounds? These weak creatures, man. Listen, I don't know who Catherine thinks she is, bro. Oh, whoa, okay, hold up.
You can't run. Witness my rise.
Boom, boom. I don't know who Catherine think I am. Listen. Of course I can, Paimon. Yeah. Nobody can stop me. I'm invincible.
Torn to oblivion.
Oh! Or EI. However you say it.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
A.
Oh,
Hey. Let me stop.
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
Okay, yeah, this is the Shogun.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right?
No.
You sure made short work of them.
Is it?
That was amazing.
What are you doing here?
I'm making early preparations for.
Oh, I
what's
guess
to
it had the
come.
question mark because
Last time we took a walk
A
around
didn't say
Inazuma
anything
together,
yet.
I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
That's good.
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous Rift Hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
It doesn't seem like a matter needing the Archon's attention.
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters
talking about
ravaged
the
the
beginning
land.
of the game. That
Countless
god
lives were
creature.
lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Oh wow, so we're about to learn more information about. Okay, hold up.
So you've heard of it too?
Yeah, that same.
That's an episode of history that
took my
I am
sister.
loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one.
Knowing what
But an
I know
excess
now,
of
it
caution is
wasn't.
not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Eviscerated, even. Let's go.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it?
Are you throwing shade? I'm ultimately powerful. I got mad 5 stars, not Paimon, not. She said, when I'm around you, I fear for my life. Like what?
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this?
What? This is the past, it looks like.
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey.
Yep.
But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What happened?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path.
I wonder if all the gods have an experience with like A has had. Damn, I really should have played the story quest sooner, right? Because imagine, I mean, that would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. I think I've said this before, like why the Tsaritsa is doing what she's doing. Albeit she's doing it in the wrong way. In her mind and the people around her, I mean, they think she's doing it right. She's doing it right. It's a feedback loop of just negative connotations for everybody else. But bro, I can't wait for Nod Cry, I think that's what it's called, to come out. Like, bro, the lore
of humanity's existence,
the
I
lore.
tell you.
Yeah, we definitely have to do Archon story quest, 100%.
None of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma.
Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun.
And it makes so much sense, bro. It like all like her intentions, why she did what she did, like, albeit again she's doing it in the wrong way, and just the feedback loop of negativity is just not helping. You can understand why her mind brought her, because she wants things to be eternally peaceful. You know, she went through a calamity of just infinite despair, and after it, she now seeks for infinite happiness in her way. And it's like, that makes sense, bro. Wow. Genuinely, like, the lore in this game is crazy. Like, you have to do story quests for the Archons, at least, to like, so you can really understand why they are doing what they're doing. Because, you know, although you can't, she's not right, in my opinion, but in her opinion and the people around her, you know, she has to do this. You know, it's either this or it's 500 years ago.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
And that was so built. That was literally the last thing on his mind before he died, which is why he doesn't even understand that things are better. Like, that was the last thing on this man's heart, is the Shogun. Now, what I'm interested in is, why does he... Did we ever get an explanation what happened after or during the event where I got raided by the unknown god? Did the unknown god disappear her like she did us, but she was in the same universe, maybe? Or maybe... All right, now take this with a grain of salt. I'm chatting right now. I'm yapping, but did the Shogun get sent to another universe, and then she made her way back to this universe? And if that is true, will we ever make it back to our original homeworld? I'm yapping, but it's not terrible yap. It's not. It's respectable yap, right?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin.
It's probably not even respectable yap. I'm chatting. My bad.
Somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, It presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
I see.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
He mentioned that the Shogun was absent.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
I want to hear
more.
more.
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
So this is the loss that Yae Miko mentioned.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
Mm-hmm. Makes so much sense. It gives so much clarity.
After my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
You're sure about that?
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
Yo, this game is insane. I can't wait to start the other games. Like there's a game called Zenless Zero Zone that you guys were talking about, as well as Honkai. Like, I pray that the stories are as invigorating as this, cause Lord.
It is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Suspected there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me.
You got it, Shogun.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Boom.
Something seems wrong with A.
Are you feeling okay, A?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go, no?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense. Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
The same as before?
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon?
And the Shogun is, she's so personal because these are the people that died at that time. So she knows that everybody here.
Sounds like this
Or at least the
guy's
prominent
spoken about
figures.
500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Shit, I want to learn more.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there.
Paimon.
It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
Nigga, that's not what I meant.
See. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away.
Damn.
Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life.
Oh, he's spitting. Oh, he's spitting. Oh my God. Nah, he is spitting right now. Whoa.
But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
Fuck, bro.
The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time.
Damn, so she
And
really
people
was
must make the most of the life they have.
like
Seize the
that
chance to
event.
enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
That event really changed her. Like that doesn't sound like her at all, but like that situation really erased that part of her. That's crazy.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now, but to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea.
Oh, he's about to disappear.
The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Ooh.
I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
Yeah.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
All right, let's get it.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set, I'll bring that
Calm
here as soon as
down,
it's ready.
calm
Be at ease.
down.
I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I want to know about the disaster. Was it really you that the tea master used to serve?
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister.
The person we see.
RAIDEN Makoto.
The person we see in one of the flashbacks.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two RAIDEN Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now That was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Dreams, or in other words, ambitions?
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow, there sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
She was more... She related more to the human view of the world.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Yeah.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
I'm so glad y'all told me to start this, bro. Like, this is the perfect calm before the new Archon quest. Or the soon, not the new, but like the new for me, like the Subaru Archon quest. Like, this is like the time where it's time to relax, chill, take in things, and then we got a whole new journey to start. So this definitely was something I needed to do.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long.
Ah, for real?
As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Oh, Paimon, stop! Paimon, stop!
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly.
My heart.
The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Oh my god, cheer up, Paimon, please.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
Where did the tea
So
leaves?
many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
I understand. Like memories flooding back in.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me.
The
I've
good
been
and the bad, I
reminded of
presume.
many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
I'm here for
The
it.
events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening...
She was already...
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's what I said.
As
I
a
mean, it
testament
makes
to that
sense.
decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
Quite
When
the
I
story.
returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
So is it...
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Wow.
With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Damn, so she made that tree appear with her power.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Seems like you've done a lot of thinking about this already.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Not likely, but I guess we can ask.
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
I don't know, man.
You have my undivided attention.
Genuinely, like, I feel like, bro, I don't know why I don't, who is Paimon? Like, what is her origin? Man, that gotta be one of the biggest mysteries. Like, what is Paimon? Like, is Paimon honestly just a plot device? Or is there something more to her?
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
What the hell? Boy, I'm so confused. What is going on? Is she losing power? Does she have less damage, or am I tripping? Are these flesh hounds stripping her of her power? They have a similar, they're both electro. Ma'am, I got 5 stars. Jesus. I'm gonna do everything by herself.
Illusion shattered.
Thunder Craven Rifthound. This is the mature form of Rifthound whelp, or so it would seem. However, these monsters do not have a natural life cycle and their growth remains a mystery. The Rifthound attacks can apply stacks of corrosion. That's all the lore on that.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
Don't force it. What the fuck?
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back.
Yeah,
We'll deal with
I got
monsters.
mad 5 stars, ma'am. I am not in the deficit of allies.
That's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you?
Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
Okay.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope.
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
That's so fire. Fuck.
Protect the
Ah, she had aura. Damn, everybody is willing to risk their life, bro. Ah, that is so cool. Jesus. Oh my goodness.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
One thing I also noticed, it's kind of contrasting the view I explained earlier about like the difference between Venti's way of governing Mondstadt and Inazuma's way. Is Inazuma seems a lot more, what would you call it, like tight-knit. Like everybody or the majority of the Inazuman folk are so resilient against all odds. Like we have the look, Jean. We have there's definitely a few prominent figures in Mondstadt, but in Inazuma, damn near all the guards are willing to lay down their life, for the Shogun and the Shogun's ideals, and that's definitely something I really appreciate. Like they have no, like it wasn't even a second thought with these guards. They was like, hey, Shogun's here, we have to. This is our stand. This is our time. And even seeing the Shogun ignited just their will to protect Inazuma as a whole. And what's his name? What's the dragon's name? I don't remember. But when he attacked Mondstadt, you had a couple people ready, but really we had Jean, Deluc, the Traveler, right? Jean Deluc, the Traveler. That was about it. Everybody else, everybody was regular, you know. But it's definitely two different. No way is right or wrong, but that's just something I really admire about the Inazuma people. They're so, I don't know what you would call that. They're definitely headstrong. Like they have a lot of numbers to where like they can do anything damn near. Like, jeez.
Leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best.
That's fire.
But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future.
Just two different ways, you know. Venti's away, but the Raiden is like here.
Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Because she's there. I'm assuming if the Shogun wasn't there, they wouldn't have that.
Thank you all very much.
Valor that they have to him.
I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun.
So fucking amazing. Wow.
They're gone.
This might be my favorite arc. I feel like the story quest solidified this as like one of the best arcs. I gotta do Rex Lapis story quest as well, and Venti's, definitely. Was that a promise to yourself? I'm assuming.
Both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now.
Wait.
And that's what counts.
Sorry, I'm yapping. And I'm only saying this because I don't want to wait to the end if I forget it. Do you guys maybe think the Tsaritsa is gathering? Because the Gnosis was told to have a tie to Celestia. Do you guys think the Tsaritsa is... And I'm assuming one Gnosis... You have a tie to Celestia or whatever, but I'm assuming you can't go to Celestia, or your tie is very limited. But if the Tsaritsa gathers all four Gnosis, or all however many Gnosises, and combines them, wouldn't a portal to Celestia open? Or wouldn't a being from Celestia come down? And maybe one of the beings of Celestia could be the unknown god? Food for thought.
Thank you for your comforting words.
I definitely didn't want to forget that.
But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's
Maybe that's
Archon,
obvious, but not to me, I guess.
and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
What's going on?
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
Yo, you gotta talk to us.
My body... I can't move it.
Is the Shogun counteracting with I?
It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Is it because she can? Is it because she Nick? All right, see, that's what y'all know. Literally, y'all know when I start stuttering, the video has been going on for too long. Is it because she keeps spending time in the real world and it's kind of counteracting? Like she was meant to be in the plane of euthymia, and because she's coming out, she's, I don't know, she has a bunch of side effects now.
No need. She is calling me.
Yeah.
The time has come.
I'm pretty sure it's because they have to be one. Because them being
Can you help me
separated
walk?
and switching is like not good. I'm assuming. I
I
don't
need to
know.
go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Interesting. Go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
You alright?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That is
It
not
looks
what I
like
expected.
She will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we Paimon's dizzy. Whoa. This place.
It does look a lot like Ai's plan of euthymia, or A.
Look over there. It's another A.
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait, Paimon knows that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body,
and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you?
I'm about to fight her.
Have you really
I'm
been
ready.
enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait. The
Man, I got
The
this.
discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body.
There you go.
As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change,
Damn. so I became the prisoner of her own puppet. Is fucking, that is crazy. Oh my goodness.
but inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her.
Wow.
She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
That is crazy. Yo.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a bit extreme. Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
Oh Lord, please
The
don't tell
rules
me.
I set for the
Please tell me
Shogun
I can
are-
use my own characters.
No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed.
So remember when y'all was saying that we didn't get to fight the true Shogun, so if I beat her now, y'all can't say shit. Hold
I
up.
would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to speed past this dialogue at the same time, you know? Man.
Both just want the best for Inazuma.
Oh, I'm about to go crazy.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the RAIDEN Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy?
I mean,
I am
shit,
your
yeah?
past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty...
No, I want to use my own characters. Bro, she gonna cook me. She gonna cook me. Obviously, I don't stand a chance. I mean, I kind of do. She kind of getting cooked, but at the same time, like I want to use. You know what I'm saying? My 5 stars. Hit me some elemental procs and whatnot.
Now you shall perish. This ends now. Inazuma shines eternal. The eye sweeps the lands.
Oh fuck! Ah!
There is no escape.
Wait! Damn it! Listen, if I die, it's literally not my fault. I don't have my own character, so obviously, bro. I'm just saying, just covering my bases.
Now you shall perish. The sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow.
What the fuck? Why are you kidding me?
We'll never stop.
This is cheating! You're cheating! Oh my god, this cheating bastard! There's no way! Oh, we did it too! Oh yeah, you're done. Oh, you're done. Now I'm dodging that. Stop playing with me. Yo, this is dope.
Illusion strong. Now you shall perish.
Oh, we did it! We did it! Dodge that, dodge that, dodge that. Back up.
Fade silently into the clouds.
What are we playing? What's going on?
Never for the rest of time.
Are you kidding me? This cheat. I mean,
Inazuma shines eternal.
oh my god, I didn't even hit her. Yo, she kind of cooking me right now. 6 seconds, 6 seconds on the ult, 6 seconds on the ult, 6 seconds on the ult. Come on, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Come on, ult! Come on.
Infamia crumbles before.
Have you finally defeated her?
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I do this. I do this.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled.
I
But
do this.
how long can your will remain strong?
If we get into another battle, I might end the video. There's no way. Come on, come on.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
What the fuck?
Does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change.
Yeah, maybe I was right.
And Inazuma can never move forward.
Because I could beat her, but
is my
she'll just
duty.
heal it off.
No
Infinitely.
matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries. And no matter how many times we...
Ma'am, I got a couple, maybe 50-ish years and I'm dead. What you, Ma'am, there is no way she thinks that I'm gonna, is crazy. Listen, I'm here for a couple hours, maybe years? Huh? Centuries? Yeah, she's insane. She's insane.
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in
Oh, hell no.
Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward
Oh,
practices.
hell
Tear
no.
them out like the diseased
See,
wood
I
of
letting that
old
immortality
sakura
get to her head.
so
She
that
can't
new,
even,
healthy branches might spring to life.
she
in
can't
their
even
place.
realize that I'm not immortal. Well, I guess in the game, but still,
About
bro.
time that I learned to trust them.
Damn, can you bear to leave humanity to go alone?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
Wait, are we about to end the story? There's no way. There's no way. The story's about to end here?
Pass on my words.
Wait, whoa, whoa. What the fuck? She's about to be fighting this?
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just
We gotta talk to we gotta get to Yae. We gotta get to Yae.
making sense? And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still,
This can't be the only way.
right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again.
Yeah, we're not about to just leave her yet.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better.
You gotta get to Yae, though.
Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore.
Yae.
Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her.
How? Okay.
Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can...
I'm not gonna lie, I had to cut Paimon off, because, like, that was obvious.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Alright, let's get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's she...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
'Cause she didn't even think.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
You?
Is she playing dumb?
Yeah, Paimon like, I don't got time for this mother... Nah, Paimon, go.
You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me, what was it like?
I mean...
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first, follow me to the entrance.
Bro, this is crazy. Yo. I want to fight her, please. I feel like we're gonna be able to fight her now with my own characters. Like, I want to see my own strength.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
Bet.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us.
Let's not argue the semantics. Let's just go.
What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Nah, Paimon is like me, bro.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh,
Well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nigga, who you think I am? I'm the motherfucking traveler.
You better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter.
Yep. I see. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, bro, we don't gotta talk. Open the portal, jump in the portal, be in the portal. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in right now. Focus.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
We made it. We made it. We made it. I made it. How many battles have y'all fought since I've been gone? Type shit. Come on, let me fight. I'm ready. Hey, I don't want to hear it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
How can this be?
Don't worry about it. Focus. You need to focus on your fight.
But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. See, that's why I was like, how many battles have y'all fought?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered.
Oh my lord.
For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
Oh my god, this is...
Final duel?
Cinema. Cinema.
So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
Whew. Don't gotta tell me twice.
I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight.
Oh my god. I would have loved to watch that, man. I am so... Ah! What is that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
And turn day into night.
Whoa! Is that her god form? Holy shit. What the fuck? That reminds me of fucking Sasuke. Yo! Hey, yo! Oh, I'm scared. Attack it! What the fuck did she just... Did I just counter her? This game is crazy! Yo! What the fuck? Bro, look at her form! I'm trying to... What?
Eternity is in my illusion shattered.
Do y'all hear this motherfucking soundtrack? Oh shit.
The will of humanity will never be eroded nor destroyed.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm about to die. Help me. Yo, she gotta go. She gotta go. She gotta go. She about to heal. Wait, for real? That was it? Oh my god.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Musou Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Musou Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me.
Nigga, oh my god, what am I? Oh my. Oh, thumbnail. Thumbnail. On everything, that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. That, just. Woo! That's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. That's the motherfucker. Let me take a picture of this shit on my phone. Shit, this shit is crazy. Yo!
Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I
Peak.
should not regard you as a mere tool.
Peak!
You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth.
Oh my
I
god.
understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Damn.
Finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Is she about to appear, or is this...
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Makoto?
Bro, what?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Musou Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said.
There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me.
But... you never mentioned this to me.
Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria?
I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way.
Don't look down on me.
See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Is it really?
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Goodbye, Makoto.
Yo, I was holding my breath. Oh my god, that was...
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness.
That was
And it took root
magnificent.
in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
Yo, I'm sweating. Yo.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine.
Bro.
Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
Bro.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Ah, so that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean.
It's the Roth.
A higher power
The fuck?
really was involved in all of this.
What is that?
But whatever the explanation,
It's the Roth.
her solution is what saved us all. Without the
It's the
sacred
Roth is a
Sakura,
being of higher power.
Inazuma would likely have been completely
Maybe that's one of the
swallowed up
celestial.
centuries ago
Okay.
by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Yeah?
Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply
I really want to look
establishing
up
a
who's
location was
Istaroth,
not
but I don't know if
sufficient.
that's like a spoiler.
Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection
Let me
of all
ask.
that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my friend, bro, because this shit. I don't want to be spoiled, but I can't not know who the freak that is, bro. Inevitability of fate.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
As well as your contributions.
I just planted a seed.
Your will and hers were both indispensable.
Yeah, it was thanks
But getting there was a result of countless efforts coming together in unison. Doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Some things never change.
Exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
Whoa.
Actually, no. Forget that.
Yeah.
Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key.
Wow.
I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be newborn opportunities.
I'm looking
and
forward
experiences. Wow. 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 Is that it? That is it. Wow. Bro! That was so peak. That was so peak, so fire, so good, so calm. Bruh. The dream Sakura. You held a single Sakura petal in your hand before leaving Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. Its existence is a mystery. It appears no different from ordinary Sakura petals, and there it silently sits in your storage, just like any of the others. But you can no longer touch it, nor can you feel its weight or warmth. When an object loses any life of the attributes that one would normally ascribe to it, how can its existence be proven for sure? As you think back on the many sights the petal must have witnessed in the past, a certain guess comes to mind. That which sustains the Sakura's petal's existence must be someone's will. But as to whom this person is, and whether they are intentionally or unintentionally keeping this petal in existence, neither can be known, nor can you prove whether that willpower is one derived from yearning, trust, or gratitude. Perhaps when that person's will changes, so too will the Sakura's petal disappear. Just to be safe, it might be best to check back from time to time and see if it still exists. That was a fucking experience, bro. In no world could I have just played the Archon quest without experiencing that story. That story quest gave us so much information, so much fucking lore. I am elated right now. We have so much clarity on just everything that to the Shogun's will 500 years ago, to what she has done in present time, and to what she will do in future. Literally, her story is so neatly wrapped up, but it's not something that can be wrapped, right? Because it's going to extend for eternity in so many different ways, so many different forms, so many different possibilities. That was so cinema. Fuck. We have a new being introduced, or a new higher being to say, called Istaroth. I'm assuming that, like, higher being than Archons has to be people from Celestia. Like actual people from Celestia. Ah! Genshin is so peak, but listen. That is the end of the video. I can no longer do anything else because it would dilute what we just experienced. If you guys enjoyed this story quest, like, subscribe, comment down below. This is definitely going to be a long time that I'm going to be editing it for, so I would really appreciate the support. Let me know in the comments down below anything I might have missed. No spoilers. If Istaroth might be a spoiler, just probably don't say it. And without further ado, it's your boy Wishful Miss Gaming out, and D catch y'all in the next adventure. That was, and the music is gone. That was a sight to see, y'all. Later.
I remember talking about love with a girl. Now I head up on the other side of the world. Never thought that you could grow apart this hard. Swear, mommy, you're my first love in my heart. Now I'm feeling more distant than ever. All we talk about is more shit like the weather, and I'm never feeling change. I'm frozen in the era why you hurt me so hard. This pain could never simmer on. And now I'm gone, and now you're here. I know this pain can never disappear. You're my real light. I ain't got no fear when you call me.